Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Aquarius for the month of November 2021. Hang on, Aquarius, that needs to move. Okay, so we are in Scorpio time and the element is water. And the theme is emotion. So very complex, very deep, very intense in Scorpio time. So let's see what that brings for you, Aquarius, sorry. The end of a cycle. Something's coming to an end. Cycle, we'll find out what, and then there'll be a new one to begin with. So, let's have a look. Aquarius. Okay, so the coming to an end of a cycle and where you are right now in this play is just sitting it out. Very wise, Aquarius. Spectating, not participating at the moment. Just sitting there and watching the world go by. It's almost meditative. No need for action. It means a bit of a rest. Let's see what has made that come into fruition, and so the influence on the whole reading is, the influencer is the Ace of Swords. Two of your cards already. So yeah, clarity, new beginnings after difficult times, which is interesting. We were in your cousin's sign of Libra, the Judgment, the balancing card. So I guess you've come to the end of a struggle, but you're sitting it out, which is wise. Just letting it all wash over, not sort of planning anything, just having a bit of a breather. Let's see what was actually happening in September, October. Oh, a lot of energy flying around. The Five of Swords, lots of business going on, lots of bitchiness, really, for a better word. Sort of group of people. Troublemaker card, I call it. It's always those that like to sort of talk and gossip and speculate and say nasty things and start rumours. So it was a tough time, so it makes sense that you'd be having a bit of a recoup at the moment, but with the clarity of knowing what goes on and the background, it was quite tough, really. Recent influences, and we have going into emotions in the time of Scorpio, we have the Page of Cups, reigniting of a flame perhaps, new emotional attachments coming through as well with the Page of Cups. They're little messengers as well, and they're just sort of hinting that yes, this time of air time of really sort of stormy weather is now sort of still around, but you've got this nice connection coming through here, starting with the Page. Very nice card, actually, augurs well. Let's see what's happening, the lesson that you have to learn this month. Trust your moral compass, Aquarius. Sorry, I keep saying Aries, Aquarius. Trust that moral compass. It's all about authority. It's a big authority card. It's ruled by Taurus, so it's very stable. It's the rules, really. And whatever the rules mean to you, it's about the trust of your own faith in what you know to be right and wrong in your world, correlating with the outer world as well. There's certain things we have to do in order to function in the society, don't we? Or else it'd be absolute bedlam. So that's a really interesting card. But moreover, on a more personal level, it's about trusting your moral compass. So just do that, because it looks like it might have been ruffled in the last couple of weeks that have gone before. Let's see, near future. And we have the Queen of Cups. So very much, again, quite a passive card. She sits back and just listens. This is you invoking your intuition, just sitting back once again, a bit like the Four of Swords, just sort of absorbing stuff. Not really, just listening. No action really is needed. It's all about intuition, trusting yourself. And this woman could indeed be coming through. This is very much a Scorpio. These two are very Scorpio cards. And often in this time of year, we become a lot more introspective and a lot more highly intuitive at this time. So turn off the brain and turn on the intuition, actually. So let's see what's directly related to this with what's happening that you're not realising down here. And we have strength, so it's about self-awareness. Very male card as well, but it's also about being aware, very self-aware. And often in Scorpio time, that is when people really do, lots of old issues seem to surface themselves, especially relationship issues rise back to the top. And they sort of, in a way, it's teaching us to be more aware of other people and what we might have thought was something, and then conversely how that affected other people. And it's all about sort of taking a bit of responsibility for that, and in turn you sort of become a bit more like typical of Aquarians. They're very much about the group. They're a very group-minded sign, so they don't really like to offend people. Fair enough if they deserve it, but you know, they're more always looking out for everybody, not just themselves. So that's very interesting, and that's your polar opposite sign of Leo. So it's about the self-awareness. That's really important when you reflect back on what's happened here and what's going to happen. How others see you. Oh, and the travelling king, so moving about a bit, maybe planning some trips. He's all about moving, travelling around, going to places, coming to the end of the year as well, so people are, and no restrictions are being lifted, so people are on the move again. So we will just see that, and this very sort of male energy too is here, so it's very much leadership. It's about just getting on moving, really. Action is his second name, the King of Wands. But nice card anyway for movement, for travel, for holidays, that sort of thing. It indicates that there will be movement for you. What are you feeling positive about in this 4 weeks? And we have more action with the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands talks about new beginnings with action. Lots of energy is available when we get the Ace of Wands. For you younger ones, fertility, females, males also, fertility is on high, so just watch that as well. But basically it's a really lovely card. So you have 2 aces in this reading, Aquarius, which always is a great sign for things have been learnt and things you're moving on with the knowledge of what you've learnt is sort of sat in there and you get it, and so you're ready to sort of take off. But yeah, lots of energy coming in with these 2 especially. It's an interesting complex reading, but it's nice because it just sort of seems to fit with the time of Scorpio. The outcome. And we have the 2 of Cups, so the soulmate card. So very much about who you're very strongly connected to at the moment. And it's about that connection, and it could be a reunion with that person as well. It's a nice connection, but like any soul connection, there are ups and downs. It's not all smooth sailing. So let's just have a look at the self-awareness card, what you're not realising, and just under this Ace of Wands, the positive feelings you have. Okay, so underneath the self-awareness that you need to be aware of, we have the Empress card, the Mother card. Can also, we've got Fertility there. The mothers, always think about the mothers. We sometimes forget about them when we're about our lives, but there they are. Whether they're on this earth or in the other world, they're still very much a part of us. But abundance and it's a really, really lovely card, this one. So that's sitting down there in what you're not realising. But yeah, the younger ones too, just be careful of conception, things like that this month, because she is the mother. Okay, let's see what's underneath the Fertility card, the New Beginning card, the Action card, the Plenty of Energy card, the Positive Position, and we have people coming back from the past. So obviously, you know, November, December especially coming through. People are planning to go home and catch up with people from their hometowns, all these sort of people from the past coming back through into your life. Oftentimes when this card comes, Six of Cups, it's a very Scorpio card as well. It does sort of ignite a lot of old memories and old people from the past coming back in through. Very interesting. Packed month, Aquarius. Let's see what your message is. The message. Desires. The root of all suffering is desire. The steady stream of human desires are directing you away from the beauty of the present moment to the fantasy of the future, taking you away from appreciation of what you've got and what life is offering you right now. So we're living in the moment, aren't we, Aquarius? Interesting, varied 4 weeks coming up for you. It looks really great, especially after last month. Have a really good time. Thank you for listening.